So we have to make sure that we go back. I think on YouTube, you will see these ladies, what they are doing. Another time, I saw two ladies in real estate, also featured by CNN.
Welcome to Ghana Today, INT. So Honorable Kennedy Agyapong went to UPSA for a program, and the speech he gave out was very spectacular. It was a marvelous speech.
To realize your dreams. Let me share this few points with you. What I call 7 determinants of success. The 7 determinants of success. 1 is vision. You just don't sit here and call yourself a youth and expect government to do everything for you.
So something very funny happened at the premises, that at the auditorium. Yes, the Ashanti Regional Minister referred to Honorable Kennedy Agyapong as the flag bearer of the MPP, which got him laughing.
The flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, Honorable Kennedy Agyapong, former leaders present here. I bring you greetings from the Garden City of West Africa, Ashanti Regional, for that matter.
So as usual, Honorable Kennedy Agyapong is known for his entrepreneurship, his business-minded. So he gave out a speech at the auditorium advising the youth about entrepreneurship.
All the successful people sitting here telling their story, none of them relied on government for his survival. They all work hard. So if you want to succeed as a youth, the first thing you have to do is to have a vision. Dream big. Do things big. Don't be a myopic thinker where everybody, when you explain what you want to do, your own colleagues will discourage you by saying, oh, you are too known, you are this. The moment they tell you are too known, that should be an encouragement to you to push ahead for your vision. Young men, you need to take risk. In life, if you don't take risk, you are not going to succeed. The future belongs to the risk takers, not security seekers. People, I'll give you an example of what I mean by security seekers. You have bank managers, head of corporations, they make money, and all they do is they buy treasury bills. They don't want to take risk. When they buy the treasury bills, they tend to forget that it is somebody who is managing it for them to get their returns. And if I am managing your business to give you, say, 50%, it means I must make 100%. Now, why don't you manage your business and get the 100% yourself? So you have to take risk in all your endeavors. Without taking risk, you can never succeed. You can never be like one of the speakers here. So youth, from today, what you've heard from all the speakers, when you go back home, begin to think through it and be a risk taker. It is important. If not, you are never going to succeed. Again, you should be hardworking. You just don't dream and think your dreams will be realized if you don't work hard. You need to work hard. Normally, every person works for 8 hours for a corporation and goes back home. When my former minister was sharing or giving her speech, she made mention that she continues to run a family business. and also work as a politician. What it means is that she makes money from the restaurant and makes money from politics. Anybody who works once, say 8 hours, and go to his comfortable home and enjoy, do not expect to make the same money as the one who has 2 jobs. Because if politics will give the minister, say 50,000 a year, restaurant may give her 100,000, and put together she has made an annual income of 150, compared to the one who works for only 8 hours and makes 50,000. What it means is that former minister has a higher purchasing power because she has 150 and you have 50. She can afford a lot of things which you cannot, the one who earns only 50,000. So you have to make sure.
You also make reference to how ladies of these days are not dependent on their husbands, but rather entering into entrepreneurship. And even told the crowd to even go onto YouTube and search for these ladies, because there's these ladies that are doing very well for themselves without depending on a man.
So we have to make sure that we go back. I think on YouTube, you will see these ladies, what they are doing. Another time, I saw 2 ladies in real estate, also featured by CNN. It shows that the women are now aggressive. They are not waiting for their husbands to give them chop money. Clap for them again. So what we need is adding value to all our raw materials. We should create businesses in this country, processing our raw materials, agro-processing with the value chain. I can stand here before you here and tell you how many factories I can get out of maize. Maize. I can get corn oil, 1. 2, I can get ethanol. 3, I can get maize flour. 4, I can get poultry feeds. 5, I can produce Cerelac. 6, I can produce corn flakes. What are we doing? We can use cassava for 32 different products. We use cassava for ethanol, we use cassava for starch, we use cassava for powder, we use cassava for poultry feeds. So many things we can do. Cassava biscuits. What are we doing? That is the question. So young men and women here today, this afternoon, if you are fortunate to get government job, fine. But if not, begin to pick mangoes. Begin to pick the pineapples. I have a young man who came to me with 2,000 acres of mango farms and 500 acres of coconut farm. I can tell you, so many things you can do with coconut, so many things you can do with pineapple or mangoes. So young men and women here, let's go into agro-processing. We are not going back to the agrarian style of farming. We are going to use technology, mechanized farming. Then from there, we add value to all our raw materials. And we'll make more money than the gold. Before I take my seat, let me give you an example. If you don't know, the fastest growing economy in West Africa here now is Benin. And he's using 2 things. 1, cotton. 2, tourism. Ghana, we produce cocoa over 100 years. And now...
Kindly subscribe and be part of this family.